everyone, welcome to Cities by Jake. I'm your resident architect, and today we're going to be diving into our city of Magnolia right here in City Skylines 2. And in today's episode is going to be a continuation of our previous episode, designing the airport. We're going to be expanding it to add an industrial port. But before we get started, be sure to give this video a like, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be the first to know when a new episode comes out. Lastly, drop a comment on your thoughts, ideas of the build so far. I'm curious to know what you have in mind, and maybe it will be included into a future episode. And with that, let's get into it. This issue right here, we have high resource costs. And when I first saw this tag, I didn't know what it meant. So I did a little research, and I believe what I've seen to fix this issue is we gotta have a lot of cargo trains. And we only have one cargo terminal that's only importing and exporting. I think if we placed a few more of these around the city and have a cargo transportation line, that will hopefully solve the issue. So we're going to finish our industrial port today, and then we're going to kind of tackle this issue, and hopefully we can get, a train cargo terminal over here, and then maybe we'll find one over here, and then obviously there will be one for our industrial port. So we should be able to cover the entire city with just adding those two in these corners. But who knows? This is kind of an experiment, and hopefully it works. I think it should work based on my research, but we won't know until we do, I guess. So, and in the last episode, I was kind of going back and forth between putting the industrial port right here or right here, and I think I'm going to settle for this. The only issue that I was holding back from putting it right here was, the downtown. You're going to have a view of that nice industrial port, but I guess, it happens in other cities. If you look at Boston, their industrial port is right by where the seaport and downtown area are, so it's not uncommon to have an industrial port so close to the downtown. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna I'm gonna have to flatten out a lot of land and then kind of to redevelop some kind of these queue walls. So just get started. So first I'm going to level out as much as I can. I think this will probably be good. What I want to do is I want to have here, let me get this for an example. So what I want is I want to have it tucked in, so kind of like right here, and then ideally it'll probably be over here a little bit more. I want to let me actually do this for a second so that I can see. So we don't have, okay, that's good to know. This railway connection, okay. So our railway connection is right there. We'll need a way to integrate our rail to the terminal and our rail to here. I think the best way to do it is kind of angle this so that this road comes down here, and we're putting this right up against the road, and then we can kind of get another one in here as well if we need to kind of stagger this, get rid of this kind of pond, and then we'll just stagger it. So we're Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to delete this. Let's level this out. I do know that looking at it, this is going to be challenging to get the rail incorporated into our here. It's going to be a little tight fit, but I think it should work. I did something like this and then do something like that. I think we need to push it down a little more. Just because I'm going to want to have a rail that goes here and in, and then have another rail here that it kind of comes in and connects, so that you don't have to kind of come down, do your rail through here, up and out. And we'll probably have the other one kind of down here as well. Let's just level this out. I believe that is wide enough. Yeah. Let's try this. Needs to go over a little bit. Let's do that. That is perfect. We'll have this one right here, and then we'll probably put this one kind of over here. Or maybe stack them. Might be able to get away with stacking them. Don't know. We'll have to kind of figure that out, but I'm gonna do this now, and then we'll just go about deleting this road right after. All right, so we got our grounding started. Do some cleanups that I noticed while I was watching the water fill in. That's the wrong one. Push this back. So we have our basic kind of canal. We'll have a one cargo hub port right here, and then we'll do another one right here. I'm hoping, I honestly have no idea. I'm hoping that you can overlap the swings. We'll have to obviously delete these roads because it won't work. But yeah, so let's go ahead. I honestly have to delete this road as well. I don't know if that will fit. Let's delete this. And then delete this. Course. So I am going to do something that I know I said that we wouldn't do. And hopefully it doesn't break. But we're going to use developer mode to make this work. All right, so had to use developer mode in there, and you know, let me know if you want me to continue to use developer mode, or do you want me to keep this as vanilla as possible. I still intend to keep this build vanilla as possible, but in those situations where developer mode is kind of needed, because in this area we had a bug where the water wasn't disappearing on the trick to do the key walls, so I had to kind of initiate developer mode to override the in-water issue so I can get the key walls. But for those instances, do you want me to use developer mode, or do you actually just want me to use developer mode in general to get a little bit more detail involved into the build? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. So we got those built out. Next, I want to really emphasize our rail. So let's, okay, since it's doing that again, same thing there. That will be an issue. Okay, so now that I know that it's like that, I think I might have to kind of rework this a little bit, and I'll just do that. And this next clip will it be done. Okay. All right, there you have it. I kind of just made this one street, kind of extended a little bit. I was gonna kind of continue this on, but it looked a little funny, so I kind of like these kind of odd ins and outs. So we'll just have a lot of our train connection kind of through here. We have some small offices or industrial spaces as well. But that is that. Let's get our train connection going through next. So I think I want to have our train connection run through here so that we can loop it in, cross, kind of merge it into here. Probably have it hug this alleyway. let's get that going. We're gonna do a double track here, and then let's just have it hug. See, so for instances like this, I think having developer mode for this reason helps, just because you get bugs like this where I'm not interfering with that road at all, but it's telling me that I am. So I'm just going to keep it so that we can get that kind of just not deal with the bugs, I guess. I understand why it is, because when you add that, this road, it's kind of overriding the assets, because I did use developer mode to kind of push it tight up against this. So I understand why it's doing it. I just don't really think that it needs to extend out. Like, it can stop right here at the asset, and then we can kind of continue that on. Or I can just do that, which I'm totally fine with. Well, but we're hugging this, and then we're gonna have to kind of get it to merge onto here. But I'm gonna run the train tracks along this side. We're gonna run it here. Actually have it cross. Weird. Make sure that that's actually not. I don't think this is the most accurate. I think there's a lot of hills here, so I'll probably have to redo this. I think I'm just going to redo it off camera, but I kind of want to get the general idea of this connection. So we'll have a one lane, two-way kind of wrap around here. And we'll do something like that so that cargo can go this way, and then cargo coming from this connection right here can loop in and link up with what we can do. Though this cargo coming from this way will have to go to here. It won't be able to go here. Hopefully the game will recognize that, but I highly doubt it, unfortunately. I feel like we might get a lot of backup to where they're coming in and then they're backing out and then they're coming into here. I feel like that's probably what's going to happen, but we will see. Okay, got a little, just to kind of fill in this area, it's going to be very empty, so I'll just have some train run off so that they can park. If they're waiting to load in, they can, realistically, they can just come in, kind of park, and then go into wherever they need to go. I like how that turned out, honestly. Kind of weaves through here. I was going to try and, do aesthetic purposes of weaving kind of in and out through here, but I don't know if we actually need to do that. I think this honestly looks pretty good as is. So the only thing that we'll need to do is, I'm gonna actually, it's bugging me honestly looking at this, so I'm going to redo this. I guess actually it makes sense to redo this now because we'll probably need to get an off ramp here anyways to service trucks anyways, so might as well move on to our next step to redoing this and getting on and off ramps to service the area with service trucks. All right, so this doesn't look the greatest, but It works for now. Obviously, once we start kind of populating this area, we probably will have to have one over here, which I do eventually plan on bringing this road kind of down here so that we can get our industrial park with our waste management, power, and probably some more industrial over here. So we'll probably have another medium-sized road over here, which will grant a interchange, an exit, off ramp, whatever you would call it, wherever you're from. We'll have one over here as well, but this will probably service. This will be good for now to get people kind of going to this lane. Yeah. So we got that set up. I guess now all that's left to do is, I guess, let's start zoning a little bit of industrial in here. See what we have for industrial buildings. So we have a fuel plant, which doesn't fit. What I think would be good over here, not a service facility. Let's check out a server farm. Put that over here. It's not uncommon to have it kind of in this industrial area. It's kind of zoned similarly to industrial warehouse buildings, so it's not uncommon. We can easily create some paths, arcs to kind of separate the two, and that will also, we open up our communications maps, just need to get this side of Magnolia pretty covered, honestly. This covers this new area. We'll probably get one kind of on the teeter of this area, maybe up here a little. But for now, we'll just leave that for there. So okay, so let's go ahead and kind of fill this in detail. Get some industrial zoned areas through here. Maybe some office spaces. Well, I feel like that might be a need. Probably put some office spaces around this road here. All right, so we got that all zoned out, and we'll start to see a lot of building kind of happen through here. Just want to make sure we're not running into any plumbing issues. Okay. That will all get zoned out. So the next thing I want to do is I want to move on to our next step on fixing our, high resource cost issue. I'm hoping that once we get, what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to here, and I think we're going to place the next, I guess you would call it, I guess we would probably we want to put a, wow, can't speak right now, a cargo terminal. I think what we'll do is we'll upgrade this to a 2-lane road. Actually, no, we'll just leave it like this for now. And I think what we'll do, we'll go to here, and we'll place the cargo rail right here, and it's not level. Let's check our terrain. Let's level this out. Here. And we'll do something not really too common and unusual, honestly. We'll just drag this out, and we'll do that. Then we will place our rail, which gets it a little tighter in here than I would have liked. But I still think it's manageable. Let's get our terrain. And then what we'll have to do is slope. Then I'm gonna pause this once this train goes by, and we'll make this 2-lane up to here. We'll kind of do some reconfiguring. We'll make this a full 2-lane, and I think that's what's causing the issue. So we'll just let this one go by real quick before that gets to there. Okay. Okay, so we'll do that, and let's get one way there. Loop it into here. So that will fix that issue, because then it can just kind of run along. It's waiting for that because it was a singular track. And let's do this. Even though it won't need to go there, it's all gonna come this way. We'll keep it like that. So I don't like how that looks. That, and let's upgrade there. Okay, so that one's there. And then let's try and configure one into here. I do have a lot of plans for this area to kind of continue this industrial build. I want to make sure that we're not I'm not ruining our future plan. I think the best way to do this is push this back, and then we will put it right around here. I just want to see how much I need. We have plenty of room. Yep. That. Do that, and then we'll blend alleyway. This. I think now that I'm thinking about it, let's actually build a bypass coming this way so that we don't have trains kind of waiting. If they're coming this way, they can come off to here and wait, and that'll allow passenger rail traffic to continuous flowing. Let's try that. Grab this. Do that. 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 I guess it's probably fine, because then we can merge into there. And this is probably not realistic at all, but it looks good to me. I think it will work. It makes sense. You know, if you're coming from this way, you can come in, stop, go out that way. And then if you're coming from here, you can go in there. I think adding these 3, or these 2, we technically added a third one for here. I think that should help. We might have to add one over here somewhere, unfortunately, just to kind of blend it in. And obviously, if we continue to expand here, we'll need one anyways. But I think if we continue to expand here, it might be beneficial to add another industrial and seaport area over here anyways. So let's just connect these up, not with the rail, do a cargo rail line, and we will start here. So we'll do. Doesn't make sense to here. Trying to see. Let's actually check this. Comes up here. It merges right there. Okay, we did here. You want there. And then let's start our first one here. Oh. Here. Come in, go to here. Add it here. And then let's complete the route. Now we have let's go here. Let's there. That. And do that. Now we can have plenty of check our rail yards. I think we'll have to do that. Get this going. Got that connected, so now we can have more trains. We have 15 trains coming through here. Out of 10 here, so I think we might have to do same this. Okay. Doesn't look great, but it'll do justice. And then we might have to look into this, so we might have to add another rail yard here with the subway. But let's hit play, and I'm just gonna watch this for now. Okay, so I've been watching this for a while and I realized we ran into an issue here. So all these trains, so our route management comes from the airport and its first stop is here. The issue is that it's coming in and then it's stopping here and then backing into here. So it's not coming in and doing a loop like we wanted it to. It's backing into here, which is fine, but now we need to reconfigure this because it's stopping here and then you have these passenger trains that just sit here and can't go anywhere, so it's causing a bottleneck. We have another bottleneck over here as well, so we'll have to kind of look into that, but I want to be able to watch that a little more. So a way we can fix this is we can kind of bring it around here and have it come around and then be able to back in here. So we need to figure out how we're going to do that. I think the best way to do it is to bring it up in here and then just have a stretch so that it can back in, and then we can also go out. Turn all of the off. Then we're gonna stretch that this way. Then you can go here. Let's move it back around. Hold on. Need to be So I think I'm gonna do it like this. I just need to get ways in here. I have to do it a little tighter. Pop it there. And then hopefully it will go in through here, loop around, go up, and then that's back. It'll back out, and then when it continues around, it can go this way. So it's definitely not realistic. I think a cargo terminal, realistically, you would be able to enter both ends, similar to City Skylines 1. I believe that's how it was with that cargo terminal. I don't know why they switched it up this round. It just kind of adds some more challenges to what it is, so we'll just leave it like that and we'll see if this works. Let's check. Can check. So it's still doing that. So let's delete this route, and in reality, let's just start over. Now that we have a big infrastructure for it, let's start over. So we're going to start at the airport. Start here. Bring it up and let's add the waypoint right there. Add it there. Let's go right there so that it can back up. And not too worried about this because hopefully they will just wait into here. And then we'll probably have to do remove a few of these because, you know, you'd think that this would come in here and then it would just back up. We'll probably have to rework that. So then let's call this one Magnolia Cargo Transit Association. Intercity. So that's the one that goes through the inner city. Then let's do cargo harbor. Do the same thing here, back up. Then we'll bring it back here. That one's done. Let's see if we can change this. Call this Terminal 1. Terminal 01. Then we'll get some districts and we'll call this port. So then now we can go into here. Let's check out these cargo lines. So MCTA Terminal 01. Call that, and then we'll do a terminal 2 one. We'll go to here. That way we can go to here, cargo, MCTA, terminal 2. Then now we need to connect our airport to, let's try this. Let's go to, I don't think this really makes sense, but we'll just do it. Then if we go here, MCTA airport. Then add one right here. We'll have this to Rexford. Oh, I didn't complete it. Here, that Rexford. Terminal or Rexford. Rexford. Then let's create another one that goes out to here. Indian. And then terminal 01. And let's add airport. To Milford. And then let's add 3 more. We can add that goes here. Then we go Rexford, MCTA. Okay, and then before I do another rail, we'll need one of the, oh, why did it not? we'll need okay, so I went ahead and fixed that. If we go to our train, go to cargo, go to train, we have a bunch of lines now made for. I might have, screwed myself. I might have messed up with a few things by doing the Rexford to airport and Milford to airport, because these, they don't benefit the city, because I would assume that these cities would use it as exporting to from the airport. There wouldn't be a destination for them to drop off cargo, and then the Magnolia Cargo Transit Association from the airport would then distribute it to the cities. I don't know if that would actually work in the game, but we'll see. But hopefully this fixes everything. Still having the high cost issue, but I think, as this kind of figures itself out, hopefully it'll fix it in the long run. We have everything going. We have cargo now getting fixed, and I want to change the color of these lines. Change these black. That one too. I'm gonna just, all to black. Here we go. And we'll eventually, I'll change the color of the airport as well. Yeah, so hopefully that, adding this cargo transit system into the build, it will eventually fix it. I don't expect it to fix it right away. Hopefully, we are getting a lot more high resource costs. So hopefully, we kind of get this going. It'll fix itself. But I think that is gonna do it for today. So yeah, we got a pretty interesting build built out, and then we hopefully fixed some issues that we have going on. Hopefully, I don't know, kind of experimenting together, and let's hope that it works out. Yeah, so we got a lot done today. I really like how this cargo industrial port turned out. I'm glad we put it where it is. We kind of tucked it away into the corner, so it's not like we don't have ships kind of docking right here and kind of distracting from the downtown area. They kind of get tucked away in here, so that kind of hides it. But I am glad that we ended up doing it here, and then eventually, in I guess phase 3, we'll branch out into here, and we'll get this area going. So that's going to do it for today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell notification to be the first to know when a new episode comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.